Good morning. A happy Friday morning to you. We are in the home stretch for the weekend. Woohoo! I am Dawna Krew, and this is Coffee Klatch with Dawna and the Krew. I'm a little late this morning. I usually try to be in here by 9:30, but my message that accompanied this post was a little long this morning, and that's okay. We go with the flow, right? So one of the things I mentioned in my post is that the hearth of the mental mystic is sort of in a flux, in a flow, and I'm not quite sure where it's going. I do know that I'm being called to work with the angels more, and that's not exactly the area that the hearth of the mental mystic was. The hearth of the mental mystic was more about the woo, and I know I'm not going to be releasing that because that's who I am and that's the way I do things, but I'm working with the angels more these days and being called to work with them more and to heal with them and teach with them. And so, as I said, I know that the Hearth of the Mental Mystic, this page, didn't start out with that focus. So I am creating a new page. It's Dawna Krew Angels, and if you are interested in going forward and more of the work I do with the angels, teaching about them, teaching how to work with them, that's where that work will be. So if you are interested in joining me over there, there's the link for that. So yes, my schedule for the week is going to be changing beginning next week. I'm being guided to feature one of the angels that comprise the Krew once a week. I will still be doing the Monday messages on Monday mornings, but I've been doing Coffee Klatch with the Krew on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays will be going back to the normal Monday messages. Wednesdays will be Coffee Klatch with the Krew, as will Friday be. I believe that might change up. As I said, I'm being guided to feature one of the archangels, and I'm not quite sure what that's going to look like. There will be a reading, a weekly reading, possibly on Friday, but I believe throughout the week I'll be sharing information about one particular angel and channeling messages from that angel. So yeah, that will be on the Dawna Krew Angels page. So, but I'm getting off track here. So my friend Karen Dugan and I got together last night on Zoom, and we did a reading together, what we call conversation with cards, and it's very raw. It's an authentic look into the work that she and I do together, and I will be posting that later today, and I believe she'll be sharing that as well. But But yeah, we had a lot of fun with that, and there were a lot of messages that came through, and quite honestly, I don't remember what they all were, but I will share that later on today. So, what does the Krew want us to know this morning, going into this wonderful fall weekend? We were looking at the weather, and here in South Carolina, we're actually supposed to have fall weather through next weekend. So I'm looking forward to it. It's my favorite time of year. So what does the Krew want us to know? Sometimes life stings, wasp spirit. And today I'm using the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Sometimes life stings. Sometimes life stings even when we're following our guidance that we're being given, the guidance that we're being given from Spirit. Sometimes the lessons that we most need to learn are in those challenges, in making our way through those challenges. That's when we grow. Some of us are able to grow through peace and harmony, and the more aware we become of what's going on around us, I believe that we're really able to grow peacefully. Innately, before we develop an acute awareness, the best way for us to grow is through the challenges. And life does sting at those times, but it doesn't mean that Spirit, God, the universe has given up on us or forsaken us. It doesn't mean that at all. Sometimes the lesson that we need to learn is in the sting. Sometimes we develop strength and courage through the challenges. And God, Spirit, has not forsaken us at that time. At that time, God, Spirit, is walking beside us, loving us, holding our hands. And oftentimes we believe it's something being done to us, that it's something that we don't have any say in. The truth of the matter is that the challenges that we faced are actually orchestrated by our own inner divine being. Sometimes, however, there are things that we have unconsciously created for ourselves. And sometimes the lesson is being more aware of what we are learning, to be more aware of what we are creating, and learning how to create better for ourselves. It's all about evolving. It's all about evolving and learning to embody our divine inner being, being our divine inner being while still embodied. And sometimes the stings are part of the process to get us to that point, to return us to who we truly innately are. Rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time. Now is a lucky time. It is, and this is something that keeps coming back. We keep coming back to and it reminds me that it was something that we discussed last night in the reading with Karen. We are in that gateway, that manifestation gateway. There are 3 super new moons, having started with the super new moon last month, and we'll have another super moon this month in October, and then one in November. And it's a gateway leading us. It's a gateway of manifestation. It's a time to really be conscious of what we create, what we are creating, and what we desire to create. If we're seeing things in our lives that we do not like, that we would rather not have occur, it's an opportunity for us to readdress it and choose again. Choose again. It's a lucky time, even if we're experiencing things that we don't want. What we don't want is just helping us to further clarify for ourselves what we do want. Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, Abraham, she channels Abraham. They say that the stuff that we don't like they call it contrast. And the contrast is necessary so that we can choose again, choose what we would rather have in our lives. Because without experiencing that contrast, then we don't know, we aren't aware of anything better. Watch and wait. So watch for the contrast. Watch what comes to you, because everything that comes to us is an opportunity, whether it is positive or negative. It is an opportunity. It is an opportunity for us to say yes, more of this, or for us to say yes, thank you, more of this please, or for us to say, well, I really don't like this. What is the opposite of that? This is the opposite of that. Yes, more of that please. And we don't want to put energy toward what we don't want, because when we put more energy to what we don't want, we get more of the same. So when we have something occur in our lives that we don't like, we say, no, that's not what I want. But this would be much better. So I'm going to focus my energy and my attention on this. When we resist something, we just get more of it because we're focused on it. We're giving it energy, and as long as we keep giving it energy, it lives. It lives in our existence. Give with gratitude and grace. It said that the best gifts are those that we ourselves desire. And by focusing our energy on being and giving what we desire, to see in our own lives. Say you want more love in your life, be more loving. If you want more grace or compassion in your life, be more graceful, more compassionate. Because that gets us into the energy and in alignment with what it is we wish to create. And then by getting us in alignment and in the energy that we wish to create, we're able to attract that more into our lives. And I think I will do one more. Okay, that one. Now, Spirit, tend to the small things. This is a time of dreaming, a time of imagining and manifestation is about, okay, so it said that if we are unable to imagine what we wish to have in our lives, we're unable to create it. So this was actually something that Karen and I talked about last night too, is that so often we want to go from the imagining, the thinking stage, all the way to instant manifestation. I've learned over the course of my life, the course of my growth, since I started on my spiritual path, why I'm unable to manifest things spontaneously. Instant manifestation. There's a reason. I mean, there is the possibility for it, but there's a reason why I'm unable to do it. Because I'm impulsive, and a lot of times the things that I think of instantaneously or think of on the moment, it would not be good if it was instantly manifested. So we're here because in our innate state as spirit, we are able to instantly manifest things merely by thought. Here, we're exploring and experiencing the process of manifestation. Because how can you truly appreciate the miracle of manifestation if you're always experiencing thought, instant manifestation? So here we're exploring the process of manifestation. The initial thought of it, and then putting energy toward it, and nurturing it into being. So tend to the small things. What that means is that focus on each step of the way toward manifestation, because we are in this gateway where we have so much potent energy for the next few months. And Tanaz at Forever Conscious was talking about how with the cosmic energies aligning, that we're able to start moving forward again. Something that has been very difficult for us, for many of us, since the initial lockdown for COVID. So we're gaining traction again. We're gaining ground again. Things are moving forward. So we're having to take baby steps. Maybe the baby step is just focusing on what it is you would prefer to see in your life on a daily basis. And I think this is something I might do in the very near future. When I was a child of 8, my mom took me on a guided meditation, and she helped me to create a sacred space. I didn't realize it was a sacred space at the time, but it was an imaginary place, where I felt safe and that I could explore things. She called it a workshop, but this was my space, and I've used it since that period, even in school, in high school, in middle school. I would go to this place, and if I was having problems falling asleep, I would go there, I would fall asleep there, and I would end up actually falling asleep in reality. So I think that in the very near future, I will do a guided meditation to assist you in creating this sacred place for yourself. I still use it to this day. It's changed over the years, but I still use it to this day. It's my safe space. It's where I feel safest, and where I feel peaceful and I feel at home, and which is when things aren't going well on the outside, it's a respite for my spirit. And excuse me. So I will do that in the very near future if you're interested. So tend to the small things. Take the baby steps to get you where you want to go. Step into the energy. Imagine, feel into it. Karen used the example of, if you want a Mercedes, smell the new leather smell. Feel what it feels like to drive it. You could even go test drive it so that you can really feel in to that energy. And that's not just true about a new Mercedes, but it's true about anything. If you can experience it, if it's a new outfit that you want, it's all about aligning our personal energy with that thing, introducing it into our energy, even if it's in our imagination. Our imagination is the most potent, magical tool that we have. And imagine it so that you can feel into it, so that you can attract it to you. And this gateway is a perfect time to do that. And even if you're taking baby steps in the right direction, in the direction of having or doing or being whatever you desire, it matters. Take the baby steps. You're moving forward. So that's all I have for you today. And I will be back on Monday here on the Hearth of the Mental Mystic page with the Monday messages reading. And what else will transpire next week? I'm not sure yet. but excuse me, I will definitely feel into that this weekend. But until next time, dear friend, may you be well, take care of yourself, and make sure to get some extreme self-care into your plan this weekend. So until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.